Hey, and welcome back to Module 4, where hopefully you'll agree there's lots of short, sharp activities for you to explore and to go out and find new and interesting things about how we can learn from games. We've had a little look at augmented reality already, then we've looked at the reverse of that, where we're using a GPS or a mobile phone to actually find a physical object rather than a virtual object, and now we're going to talk a little bit about gamification. And what gamification is how can we use some of the concepts from computer games to improve something which maybe is a little bit more boring traditionally. Now, I'm not saying that Microsoft Office is boring because it's obviously a very, very important software application, but it's also an important software application because we teach about it in a lot of schools. And unfortunately, even though that most kids get to the basics of Microsoft Office straight away because it's very easy to use, sometimes they struggle with the more advanced tutorials. And one of the nice things that Microsoft Research have done is they've gamified some of these tutorials using a free plugin for Office 2007, 2010 and 2013 called Ribbon Hero. So instead of working your way through the tutorials, the types of tutorials that have been around for a long period of time, you play your way through the tutorials. And the nice thing about this is that you play your way through the tutorials using a little character. The character is called a Clippy. The quicker that you produce the tutorials, the more points that you get. It's got a social aspect to it as well, so you can share and you can compete via Facebook. And there's just something about it which is freshened up, if you like, that traditional tutorial, that traditional ICT tutorial with this kind of gamified approach. As you move along, you gain points, and these points come into achievements. Once you've gained all your achievement points, you unlock another level, or in this case, you unlock a more advanced tutorial. So it's learning from the domain of computer games, all right, and actually taking some of these ideas into more traditional activities. The character that you play with is a character who's called Clippy. Some of you might remember Clippy. He was the help assistant from Office 2000. So again, there's kind of quite a quirky nature to that as well. And you'll set these tasks that you have to complete. And as I say, once you've completed it, you're given more challenges and you move on. And the whole of the game is set in this kind of pseudo sort of medieval realm, but you can compete with your friends. Now, we put this into a couple of schools in Stirling in Scotland in a business education class, and the teacher, Alan Hamilton there, I think would quite openly say that sometimes he struggled to get the kids motivated to learn the more advanced aspects of Microsoft Office, but actually the kids really liked it. The majority, so he offered to install it on the machines at school, and then a few of them replied that that was okay because they'd already done it at home. So high praise indeed for something which is a very, very simple, and yet effective idea. There are other ways that we can gamify other products as well. A Microsoft PowerPoint presentation can be, for example, gamified by using a little program called Mouse Mischief. And what Mouse Mischief is it means that you can connect more than one USB mouse to a computer using a USB hub. And this means that you can actually create all kinds of interesting quizzes, the sorts of quizzes that we've probably already got. You can connect these mice to it, and you can have up to 24 mice and 24 people actually in the environment and moving around. So a very, very quick way to add a degree of interactivity and a degree of gamification into what could be called a traditional PowerPoint presentation. So that's all I've got to say there. Why don't you have a think about other things that you've come across that have been gamified?